Uvira, a strategic city on the shores of Lake Tanganyika, right by the Burundi border. Last week, the M23 rebel group swept in. Then, under pressure from the US, they said they'd start pulling out. Here's the timeline as I've been able to piece it together. Midweek, M23 spokespeople announce a withdrawal. Footage surfaces showing columns of fighters and vehicles moving out of their main base in Uvira. It looks like the story is shifting, but Kinshasa pushes back almost immediately, calling the announcement a diversion. Officials warn the pullback doesn't match what they see on the ground. By Friday, the Congolese army labels the move a media stunt. They say fighters remain in and around Uvira. They even allege the presence of Rwandan troops, some in police uniforms, some in civilian clothes, some in standard military gear. Over the weekend, regional leaders meet. President Felix Tshisekedi flatly says M23 hasn't really left Uvira. Then Monday, gunfire. Clashes echo near the city between M23 and pro-government Wazalendo militia, shots heard across Uvira. That's not what a clean withdrawal sounds like. Meanwhile, the UN Security Council condemns the seizure of Uvira, warning it risks destabilizing the entire region and endangering civilians. The demand is clear. M23 must pull back at least 75 kilometers and honor previous commitments. On the streets, residents tell a different kind of story. Confusion, some trucks moving, some fighters still visible, checkpoints shifting. It's hard to know what's real when front lines and uniforms blur by the hour. And behind all this, a humanitarian disaster. More than 200,000 people displaced by recent fighting, families on the move, aid routes stressed, rainy season roads turning bad situations worse. So is M23 withdrawing? Partially, on camera, maybe. Practically on the ground, unclear. What I'll watch next: independent verification, satellite imagery, roadblocks on the RN5, who controls the port, who controls police stations after dark, whether aid convoys can pass without paying taxes to armed groups. If the pullout is real, we'll see distance, measurable 75 kilometers. If it's theater, we'll hear it. More gunfire, more displacement, more fear. I'll keep tracking this and bring you updates as they firm up. Stay safe. And if you're local, share what you're seeing. Details, locations, times. It helps cut through the fog.